What's up, everybody? It is Monday. That's right, Monday Muster coming at you live. And guys, I am super excited. You may notice that I have a brand new environment, brand new background. That's right, this is the very first Monday Muster filming live from the Riverview Center, our new building, our new business endeavor. And this is the first studio we have live. We actually have 3 studios we're building for podcasts. It's amazing. I'm so excited about it. We also hired, so I'm really excited to have Sony Pierre, our new podcast media manager, producer here helping us. And guys, it's so amazing as our team grows. We're going to continue to be hiring. We're going to continue to be growing. We're going to continue to be crushing 2024. So Monday, first day to reset, guys, to get back on course. And the message for this Monday, guys, it's out. It's going out to all the men out there. And I know, ladies, right now you're like, what? Why are you singling out the men? Well, there's a reason. There's a ton of ladies out there. They're setting the example. They're getting after it in leadership and entrepreneurship. And we're having the opposite in men. We're having so many men who are falling off, who are not getting after it in this life. And guys, men, we were born to be protectors and providers. Not to say there's amazing women out there that are amazing protectors and providers, but men, we were born to do it. And there's so many of you that are getting lost and you are not standing up to that. We have the highest level of depression in men. We have the highest level of suicide in men between 30 and 55 that we've ever seen in the history of our country. Why is that? Because I think so many men are lost and don't know how to drive forward and be successful. Guys, I define in this life, there are 4 areas that I think every man, so men, this is a shout out to you. You should be checking these boxes off in your life. You should be looking at yourself and saying, am I strong in these areas? Because the reality is most men are one-dimensional, two-dimensional at best. Jay, what are you talking about? When I talk about those 4 areas, what I watch is so many guys tend to focus on one area of their life. And when I talk about the 4 critical areas that I think men need to be strong leaders, number 1, it should be physical leadership. You should be strong in this body. God gave us these amazing Ferraris that we drive around in, yet so many of us take it for granted. And the thing is, to be a man, you should be in shape. You should take care of yourself. You should have some level of cardiovascular health. Not only is it good for you, you feel better, you're able to do more. You should move this body. You should build a little muscle. If you're a father, recognize that guess what? The average child, as they start to grow, anywhere from 25 to 45 pounds, those little suckers want to be picked up, or you need to do things. You need a little strength to do that. You need a little strength. That's why it's critical as a man to build that physical leadership. The other part of physical leadership is it's good for you. You have more energy, you feel better, you look better. All these things are necessary as a leader. If I look at someone and they are in shape, automatically off the bat, I look at them and say, well, there's somebody who at least in one part of their life has some discipline, some structure, they get after it. It tells me a little bit about that person right off the bat. So number 1 is physical leadership. Problem is, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. Number 2 is personal leadership. How do we lead our families? How do we lead our kids? How do we lead our friends? How do we lead in our community? There's a lot of guys out there that are just, they're not around. We're at the highest rate of divorce in the history of the country. 50% of marriages right now are ending in divorces. And oftentimes it is the guy, the man that is leaving their kids to be raised by so many amazing women that are out there. Men, step up and get back in the household and be a leader. Lead your kids, lead your family, set the example, make a difference. That's personal leadership. And there's so many guys out there that are abdicating that responsibility and just you're lost. And if you're not doing that, if you have kids, if you have a family that you're not leading them, you're going to know it. Whether you want to recognize it or not, when you look in the mirror, you're going to see somebody who is not stepping up and leading. Number 3, professional or financial. Guys, we live in a world that requires money. So if you're not out there grinding, and guys, I know there's some of you that work your tails off and you're doing everything you can to bring in financial stability for your family. But there are others out there that you're just not working as hard, or you've settled, or you've given up and just said, well, I can't do this or I can't do that. Guys, it's up to us to be the providers. It doesn't mean that you can't work as a team. My wife and I work as a team. We are a provider team together. but you need to be aligned, you need to be united, and no matter what, you need to be a leader on that side of your business. And the last thing, guys, you need to be a protector. You were born to be a protector. Physiologically, throughout nature and history, I don't care what anybody says, men were born. Don't get me wrong, there's some badass women out there. But at the end of the day, most men are stronger, faster, and can hit harder. It just is the way things are. But there are so many men that are moving away from this. They're afraid of it. They're afraid of training in martial arts. They're afraid to throw a punch. They're afraid to take a punch. They're afraid to use a weapon. Guess what? It is a dangerous world we live in. Men, you should have the ability to protect your family. It doesn't mean you have to be a special operation personnel, a soldier, or anything like that. All it means is that you've given some thought and you are willing to step up and lead and protect. You have a plan, you've put some effort into it. These are the 4 areas. Most people are just one-dimensional. I see it all the time. Guys who, they put all this time into the gym, but then they're not taking care of their family. Or I see guys who are, burning the candle down 18 hours a day, working their ass off, but they never go to any of their kids' events. They're never involved with their wife. There's no date night. They don't take care of themselves physically. Oh my God, the thought of ever touching a gun makes them terrified. Or I see guys who are huge protectors, yet they have no contact with their family, two-dimensional at best, physical leadership, and they're protectors. Guys, it is these 4 areas that are going to make a difference. It is these 4 areas that are going to make a difference in your life. They're going to make a difference in your family's life. They're going to make a difference in our community. And I tell you what, it is going to make a difference in our country. So fellas, you want to build some confidence? Step up, lead in those 4 areas. Physical leadership, personal leadership, professional or financial, and be a protector. That's Monday Mustard today. Let's get after it. I'm out.